Good morning, everyone. Tonight is the last night of this year's Summer Bunko. $5 to play. Doors open at 6. Play begins at 6:30. They would like for you to please bring individually wrapped juices or snacks for the Boys and Girls Club this evening. Tomorrow on Tuesday, my office is going to be closed at 11:30, and the main office is going to be closed at 12, and we will probably be out until about 2:30. We are having a staff lunch with our regional manager off of property. Wednesday, sign language in the community room from 10 to 11. And then Friday is our First Responder Recognition and Appreciation Day from 1 to 3 o'clock. I still have season passes for special event shows. For residents, the price are $70. On the credenza, there is still a sign-up sheet for how to write a memoir. That class will be in October, but we've already got the sheet up for anyone who is interested. Then also in September, we are going to be starting the potluck back up. The first one is September 13th. Sign up on the credenza. Bring enough food for 12 and your own place setting. And with that, that is all I have for this week. Hope everyone.
My name is Richard Baloff. Summer is almost over with, and bingo is going to be starting up. It'll be starting up September 12th. That's the week after Labor Day. And don't forget to bring your badges. And if you have a visitor, make sure they have a visitor's pass. So don't forget, it will start at 6:30, bingo will, but be there by quarter after.
Morning, guys.
Thank you.
I'm here first off to speak for the TWR Times Summer Contest. We have one more week, maybe a week and a half for you folks to go through the TWR Times. And you're looking for a little hidden icon. The icon is a little dripping faucet. It's hidden on one of the pages. If you find the icon, email to me the location, what page it's on, or what feature or article it's in, and your name will go in the hat with the couple others who've already found it. We'll be drawing for a $20 gift card on Labor Day, the first Monday in September. Participation has been pretty good in these contests, and we do appreciate it because, as you all know, the TWR Times goes all summer, all winter, and all year round just for you because we love you. Secondly, most of you anyway. Okay, secondly, the Diversions Committee will be putting on a play in September. The dates are the 16th and 18th. That's a Friday night and a Sunday matinee. Now, in order for this to look really good and without hurting me a lot, we're looking for somebody to loan us a sofa and perhaps a coffee table. You'll get it back when we're done. Doesn't have to be fancy, doesn't have to be a recliner, doesn't have to be any special color. We just want to borrow your sofa for a while. Now, in appreciation for anybody who loans us a coffee table or a sofa, we're going to let you into the play free. And you'll have more information about that as the time gets closer, it's getting actually very close. You have any questions about that sort of thing, see me or Mary Lee Cipriano, or Betsy is here today too. Betsy is our director, and she is the basically the author of our play. So, thank you. Yeah. The food drive. Sybil says I should remind you about the food drive while I'm up here with the mic in my hand. The first Friday in September, which is what, the second or the first? The first Friday, whatever it is. We'll be having another one of our summer food drives, and you have no idea how much this means to the food pantry where we take it, because their shelves are always empty when we pull up, and they feed a lot of people.
Okay, before I forget, next Monday after coffee, Those of you who are of the artistic vein, they're going to be changing the pictures in the library. And they have asked that anyone who would like to bring a painting or picture to be displayed in the library, that they come prepared next week so that they can make the exchange with the pictures that are currently being exhibited. Also, the Tech Committee is having a meeting after coffee today, and Bob's asked me to mention the fact that if you have an activity coming up in the next several months, there is a sheet by the door to the booth that they ask that you fill out. Actually, they don't ask, they require you to fill it out if you expect to have a microphone or whatever you might need in the audiovisual area. And that sheet should be filled out and submitted to Billy. That way, Billy puts it on the list for activities, and also, of course, then she passes it along to the Tech Committee. So if you have something coming up in the next couple of months, make sure you do that in a very timely way. Okay. Also, they were mentioning about the first responders, and I'd like to talk a little more about that. This Friday, we have an opportunity to make quite an impact on the folks around the county, also an impact on the folks who supply us with emergency services, and also a little bit of satisfaction on our own part that we have taken the time to recognize the folks who serve us when we need it most. And that's going to take place on Friday between 1 and 3. Excuse me. They're going to be, everybody's going to enjoy cake and ice cream, courtesy of Hometown America. But we, more importantly, are going to recognize the Sheriff's Department, the local police department, fire workers, EMTs, all the people who supply us with those first responder services. And as far as I know, it's the first time this has been done in the county. It's an opportunity to show that this is an active community, a community that respects and appreciates the things that are done for us by those particular folks, both volunteer and paid. So I think it's really important that we try to make the extra effort to be here on Friday between 1 and 3 to recognize those folks. This is a partnership between the Diversions Committee and also the Hometown America. And the key is that we're here to thank them, as I said. I personally would like to thank Shirley and Mary Lee Cipriano for all the work that they've put into it. And it's very important that we have volunteers, but we can't do much better than that. So be here. Decorating committee is going to do their thing, but we need you to do your thing too. You have notes again on the table, and they're particularly looking for notes for the EMTs. We got quite a few for the police and the fire and the sheriff and so forth, but they're particularly looking for EMTs. 9 chances out of 10, the notes that you're writing are very general and very generic, and therefore the change would be to put EMT on the envelope. We have people who have volunteered, a lot of people who have volunteered to bring cookies on Friday. They're going to bring them here by 10 o'clock so that they can be packaged, and the notes and the cookies will go to those folks who are on duty and weren't able to be here between 1 and 3, and they'll be taken back to the substations of the various groups. One other thing I forgot to mention in the past is that when we were here for the Friday program, or excuse me, the Night Out for Crime program, when the Sheriff's Department was here supplying us with hot dogs and so forth, it was, of course, noted the fact that one of their dogs had to be put away, basically, or put to sleep, and they're in the process of trying to get a new one. And if you know what they cost, it's a tremendous amount of money. They're imported primarily from places like Czechoslovakia and Austria, a lot of money. So we're going to be putting out a bowl or jar and asking people to contribute as our portion of our thanks to the various services. Now, a lot of people kind of look forward to hearing something about the election, and I learned this morning that many of you had already been out. It started Saturday and made their election. It continues through the 27th, and it did include originally Saturdays and Sundays, and it's from 8:30 to 4:30 daily. And you can vote in any of 3 locations rather. You can vote in Sebring, down on Kenilworth Drive past the high school on the left-hand side at the Operations Center. You can vote in Avon Park behind the City Hall at the City Hall Chambers building, or you can vote at Lake Placid at the Town Hall Council Chambers, which is located right around the circle where the gazebo is located on Interlake and Boulevard. You can vote at any of those any of those locations. You don't have to vote in Sebring just because you live in the Sebring area. If you're out and around taking somebody down to see murals or whatever, you can vote in any of those elections. Now, our regular election is August the 30th. So after the 27th, the only opportunity you have to vote is August the 30th. That's a Tuesday, of course. And our precinct is at the Church of Christ down on Sebring Parkway on the left-hand side after you cross 27. So it's important that you get out and vote. It is a primary, but there are a lot of important things up, like the sheriff, for example, and the school board superintendent and those kind of things. So there's a lot of things to be voted on, and of course a couple of propositions as well. There's a lot in the paper about the candidates. There's a lot in the paper about the individual propositions and so forth. I'm sure you read them, and I'm sure you'll go in as an informed citizen. Okay.
Tom?
Yes.
Can I interrupt? I have two more things to add about the First Responders Day.
Good.
One is I'm collecting, if you would like to volunteer to help us put pins on the first responders that come as our guests that day, could you come and sign up with me? I have a list here at the table, and what we're going to do is bring them forward and put pins on them, and I need helpers to do that. So if you're willing to help, please come and sign up here at this table. Also, we're asking everyone to wear blue that day, and so if you can all come in your blue, that would be totally awesome. Thank you. I think those are the only two things.
Oh, sorry, I forgot those, Mary. As I said, Mary Lee is doing a great job along with Shirley. Okay, Tanglewood Almanac for today. This day in history, in 1846, if you ever wondered what happened in 1846, the United States annexed New Mexico. In 1902, Teddy Roosevelt was the first president to ride in an automobile. In 1989, Ryan Nolan, pitcher, last for the Texas Rangers, was the first pitcher to strike out 5,000 batters. Most of them were the Rays. In 1998, Howard Stern's program premiered on CBS. Born this day, if you were born today in 1920, Ray Bradbury, the science fiction writer, was born. 1934, Norman Schwarzkopf. 1939, Carl Rostrimsky. In 1947, Cindy Williams, and she was on Laverne and Shirley, mainly was her big program. This month is American Indian Heritage Month. It's Motorsports Awareness Month, and it's National Traffic Awareness Month. I guess whoever came up with that never traveled on 27. It's also Shop Online for Groceries Month. And if you noticed, Walmart's going to institute that here in Sebring, where you can shop online. This week, Be Kind to Humankind Week and National Safe at Home Week. And today is Take Your Cat to the Vet Day. If you don't have a cat, I guess you got to go out and find one. It's Southern Hemisphere Hoodie Hoo Day, whatever that is. But later in this week, we have two great things to celebrate, and you wouldn't want to miss them. Thursday is Whiskey Sour Day, and Friday is National Toilet Paper Day. Now, to celebrate that, Procter & Gamble has come up with the largest roll of toilet paper ever. Now, just visualize this. 8 feet high, 9 feet wide, and of course it's Charmin. 1 million square feet of paper. That's the same as 95,000 rolls of regular Charmin. So you can look forward to that on Friday. I don't think they're going to bring it here, but you can look forward to it. Welcome table, Nancy.
Hello, testing. Yes, I'm here. Okay, first of all, I know I've already, let's see, I don't like to use the word solicited, and I didn't break your arm when I suggested it, but I'm encouraging, how that's a good word, encouraging people to come and sign up for the best mobile home park 55 plus. If you don't know who it is, ask me and I'll tell you. I'll even spell it for you. But I have some blank forms, and yes, I do know that Highlands Today has been bought, but they're supposed to still be doing this, so we're going to do it. And if you get the Highlands Today and you get the form, and it tells you all the things you can sign up for. I personally don't care about anything else other than the best mobile home park, 55. And in case anybody forgot, I've even filled that part out for you. But put your name, address, phone number, and we'll put it in this little container, and then miraculously before it's over, I'll take it to where it's supposed to be dropped off. So we hope that we win like we did last year. Now, I'm not going to mention that coffee mug because I keep doing that every Monday, and you all know it. But do you see I actually have people sitting here? I mean, I've been so lonely. I really have. So I'm going to have them introduce, and their name is very, very hard. Their last name is Jones. So practice it so you'll pronounce it properly. So I'm going to have them stand up and introduce themselves.
Good morning. Again, we're Al and Mary Jones. We moved in August 1st, I guess, is when we came. And we're from the Chicago suburbs, southwest suburbs, New Lenox. But actually, we grew up in South Holland, Illinois, most of our life. But when we moved here, we came from New Lenox. We've been very pleased and for the warm welcome that everyone gives us when we moved in. We're from Bayside on Footloose Trail, and everyone that we meet on our street insists that not only are we on the best street in Bayside, but that Bayside is the best area in the park. So, and I know that I understand that they're biased, but we've chosen to believe them since we live there. Anyway, 2405 Footloose Trail. The reason that we know about Tanglewood is Mary's sister and her husband moved here almost a year and a half ago. They live on Smoke Signal and Dreamcatcher. We visited last October, and we saw how lovely the place is, and we started considering, maybe we could retire and come here as well. So I had already retired. I had retired in 2009. I worked for the Village of South Holland and the Park Department. After I retired, I continued to work a couple of part-time jobs, up to 40 hours a week. So this is a big change for me. I'll have Mary tell you what she did. But we have a couple of grown sons. The oldest, Charles, lives in St. Augustine. And our youngest, Charles is 35 years old. Our youngest, Paul, is 33. And Paul lives in Bloomington, Illinois. He's married, and we have 3 grandchildren with them. And I'm thankful that you're doing the appreciation for the police officers, because our youngest son, Paul, is a police officer in Bloomington. And I know that the support of the community is very important to them. And feeling like, especially in today's environment, their encouragement and the offers of support helps them as they go through their day. So, my name's Al. I like to golf. I like to exercise. You'll probably see me jogging past your house on occasion, and I'll let Mary talk.
I'm more the quiet and emotional one of the family. I have retired from School District 151 in South Holland as a HR specialist. So I've handled everybody's insurance, so many other things for the school district. I like to quilt. I like to draw. Read is also fun for me. I enjoy our 3 grandchildren when I'm able to see them. They're the joy of our lives, as all of you know. What else, Al? I don't know. I have participated in the water aerobics class, and I love it.
So when you see Al running around, say hi.
Okay, so you see there's a lot of things going on. We want you to take part in some of those activities. For example, Bunko tonight, and don't forget if you are coming to bring a snack for the Boys and Girls Club. If you haven't signed up yet for the First Responder Program, the book is still out, but it'll only be out till the end of the day. But we encourage you to come if for some reason you know someone who just got back in town or hasn't gotten around to sign it, to encourage them to come as well. So look at your calendar, make sure you fill it in properly, and plan to vote sometime. Early voting is the way to go. There's no waiting in line for the most part. You get right in, get right out, and you still do the same thing you have to do if you stand there on the 30th for an hour and wait to get the vote. So get there early and make it happen. While you're standing in line, if you have to stand in line on the 30th, make a new friend, wave to all of your neighbors that are in line with you, and have a great week.